Hi guys, welcome back to our channel, the Christopats. I'm Pat, my husband is Chris. And for those of you that have been following us for a while during our RV travels and all that, we are in an immigration process and our RV is locked away in another country right now. So we have not been able to travel that way, although we do plan on making a trip soon in our vehicle. So for those of you who have been following us that way and wonder what was going on and all that, that's what's going on. Our RV is in Canada and we're not able to get to it right now. We are able to travel. We will be traveling probably in the next 2 or 3 months, but it will be in our van. So anyhow, I just wanted to give you an update about that, and we can get into the rest of it here in a minute because Chris and I will be giving you an update on what's going on in regard to that. But just wanted to let you know we appreciate you hanging in there with us while we're in this process. And we know that some of you were following us because we were traveling in an RV, but wanted to let you know why that has not been happening lately. And hope that you'll hang around just because you like us. Anyway, you want to see what's really going on, just hold on and we'll be back in a minute to talk to you about that.
Hello, friends and neighbors, everybody out there in YouTube land. It is I, the Striking Viking, along with your intrepid correspondent,
Tripping sister.
the Trippin' Sister. And we thought that we would bring you a little update. You've been probably following along with us, and you'll know that as our chickens are growing and our garden is growing, and our waistlines, fortunately, are not growing at present, but I wouldn't rule it out as a possibility.
They ain't shrinking either, just so you know.
No, sadly, the increasing bulk is not a decreasing bulk. I wanted to give you an update on the immigration question. As you know, I've put in my paperwork to become a permanent resident of the U.S. of A. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? Anyway, I've got the information. I printed the forms. I filled in the forms. We submitted the forms along with the required fee.
Lots of fees.
And at the time, the form said, because I'm the spouse of an American citizen, it should take 90 to 120 days for the forms to go through the system. Well, that was October.
Yeah.
Round about November, they sent me a little email and said, would you show up for fingerprinting and photographing? Which I did, and you can look back and see our adventure in the big city, getting fingerprints and photographs. And they also said to check back periodically on their site to see where the progress was and if there was any further information. So I duly checked back. It said, we've received your fingerprint fee and we'll be contacting you. So I phoned them and I said, you said you received my fee, but then you also said go and get the fingerprints taken. So I went and I got the fingerprints taken, but then you said we've received your fee. Go and get the fee. So what's a fella to do? Yeah. They said, you just wait. You wait there. We'll be over here and you wait there. Now, some of you who may have known us for some time realize that there's us and then there's them. We know us. We like us. We trust us. Them, I'm not entirely sure about. However, we waited over the Christmas season, and then around about January, I thought, why don't I check the progress and see how I'm getting along? So I phoned and I spoke to a very nice lady in the immigration department. Firstly, you have to call the immigration number, and you have to kind of gimmick the system to get to actually talk to a real live person. Yeah. But on this occasion, I talked to a person, I believe they were in South Carolina, very nice lady, who informed me that my paperwork was at Lee's Summit, Missouri.
Still.
And I said, well, my local office is Oklahoma City. She said, hang on, let me check. What's your zip code. So I gave her our zip code. So she came back and she said, yes, your local office is Oklahoma City,
Yeah, we know.
which is the office I went to get the fingerprints and the pictures taken. So I said, well, can you tell me how long the processing will be? And she said, one moment and I'll check. She put me on hold. She came back from putting me on hold. She said, well, they're currently processing paperwork from January. I thought, January? Great, it's January. She said, yes, 2016.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
so I said,
Wow.
thank you very much for the information. Is there anything else I need to do? No, she said, you wait right there. We'll be in touch with you. And as you know, they say they'll be in touch.
We never heard nothing. Oh man.
So around the beginning of March, I thought, why don't I check with the immigration department and see how things are going along? So what did we do? We gave them a call, and they said, your paperwork is in
Lee Summit, Missouri. Yep.
So I said, well, can you check with this office in Oklahoma City and see where they are in terms of their processing? I believe they were up to July
Of 2017.
of 16.
Oh, of 16.
Of 2.
Oh. Oh man.
Can a fella catch a break? Now, as you know, we are law-abiding citizens. We try to travel at the speed limit. We obey all the laws and regulations of the USA, just like we do when we're up in Canada. And it was my objective to do things in a lawful manner, to put in the paperwork and to wait for the paperwork to go through the system and to get the adjudication and then get my green card. The other day, the sister asked me, maybe we should check and see how they're doing. Dreading the thought. I dialed the number. I short-circuited the system to get to talk to a real person, and I spoke to a young lady named Ashley. Ashley was very helpful. She told me that my paperwork was in
Lee Summit, Missouri. Oh my God. It is sitting there. It's just sitting there.
And when I inquired as to how they were doing up in the office in Oklahoma City, she said, hang on one second, I'll check for you. And she came back and she said, well, we've received a new directive. Instead of 90 to 120 days, they now say for the...
No, she said that was for a work permit.
Oh, that was for a work permit.
Work permit. Not for what you're doing.
She said...
They didn't tell us that in the beginning, though.
She said, they've sent us a new directive, and it's 8.5 to 17 months. I said, Ashley, I hear what you're saying. Here's the situation. And I explained to her that I am now technically an illegal, legal alien resident within the states, United States. I said, my 6 months were up in March, and I have to, by law, exit the country. And she said, well, now you're in process now.
Yeah.
So while you're in process, just keep the piece of paper that you have that has your number on it. I said, Ashley, do you mean the piece of paper which says not to be used as a travel document or for immigration purposes, period? She said, yep, that's the one. The sister kindly inquired of Ashley how much longer I should possibly wait. She was concerned I might fossilize during the waiting period. And we explained to Ashley that my mother, at 94 years of age, in the hospital just north of the line, I said, what about traveling? She said, oh, you can apply for a travel document. Of course, there's a waiting period.
For 6 months. Oh my God.
6 months.
Wow.
I said, yeah, does that mean that if my mother should pass on, that sometime around 6 months later, I'll be actually able to go up and deal with things up there? And she said, no, once you've actually applied for it and we've stamped it as being received, then we can give you a piece of paper.
An emergency something.
That's,
To go to Oklahoma City to get an emergency something or a travel pass of some kind. So now, God only knows what they would require. Perhaps a death certificate or
keep in mind,
something like that.
There will be fees.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's $400 and something for that. Yep.
No, we just want to do.
And by the time they approve it, we'll be back.
Bear in mind that I do want to do things legally. However, if I should make a trip north of the line, because we still have our property up there, we still have our address up
we
there.
want our RV
RV's up
back.
there. Yes, we would like to have our little house back on. Get in and drive.
And go somewhere.
Go somewhere. Do something. Be somebody. Well, we already am somebody. So anyway, I inquired of Ashley. Ashley, I said, is there a possibility that we will actually get this paperwork taken care of before I expire? She said, oh, yes. You're in process. And your paperwork is in Lee's Summit, Missouri. So all I can do is wait and attend upon the greatness of the American immigration system for as long as it takes. And in the meantime, if we travel, which we're planning on doing a little traveling, carry the document with me. Yes, that one that says not valid as an immigration permit and not valid for travel.
Yeah.
Make sure I carry that with me when we do, along with our passports, etc. I had to have my passport renewed while we were here.
Yep.
So
our insurance, your driver's license,
yes.
Everything was expiring. It's
yes.
crazy.
Yes. The passport, I had to send the passport in. The fee to send the passport in Canada was $130. The fee to send the passport in from the United States, $260. So there you have it. Anyway, so that's our tale of woe for today. We are ever hopeful that the situation will resolve itself, and pray for us, if you would, for a speedy resolution. Thank you for coming along and enjoying and joining us in our adventures. Be sure to like, comment, and share this channel with your friends and post it up to your social media. And we will see you the next time. But the most important thing to do is
Tripping.